Are you looking for the best sub $200 budget 18:9 display phone from China? Watch my Vernee Mix 2 versus UMIDIGI S2 comparison review. And now let's meet the contestants. This is Vernee Mix 2, a 6-inch Full HD Plus 18:9 phone with 4200 mAh battery, glass metal body, optical Helio P25 and running on Android 7.0 Nougat, and is currently below $200. A very chic, very elegant, very 2017 looking budget phone. You can also check my full review out later if you want to know everything about it. And the second contestant is UMIDIGI S2, again a 6-inch but this time HD Plus resolution, powered by the Helio P20 with the same RAM and storage but a huge monster 5100 mAh battery and metal body. But it's still running Android 6.01 Marshmallow, and UMIDIGI have not officially said that they will update to Nougat yet. Now let's check out the phones a bit closer in comparison. Both have two cameras on the back, but the second sensor is only used for depth of field. The Mix 2 is made of glass and the S2 is made of metal. The Vernee Mix 2 has the micro USB port, while the UMIDIGI S2 has the USB Type-C. UMIDIGI S2 features more goodies inside the back, like the 3.5mm headphone jack converter and fast charging charger, and it also has a much more premium case packed with it compared to the silicone one in the Vernee Mix 2. As I said, the UMIDIGI S2 does not come with a headphone jack but features the Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack converter. However, the Vernee Mix 2 does have its own headphone jack present. Both phones feature a single speaker grill on the bottom, and both sound quality is loud and clear but does not have bass or anything, so you don't expect great sound quality experience from both devices at this price point, but it's definitely okay. And as you can see, both phones really deliver on that 18:9 full view or infinity display kind of thing below $200, and both displays are actually quite decent, with the biggest differences being that the Vernee Mix 2 has a Full HD Plus sensor while the UMIDIGI S2 has just an HD Plus one. And another big difference is in handling, because the Vernee Mix 2 is more like a Sony Xperia XZ with that squarish design, and the UMIDIGI S2 has rounded corners which make it much more comfortable for operating in one hand in this huge screen. So if you're more like one hand type of usage person, definitely the UMIDIGI S2 is the better choice. And now let's measure both phones literally. Even with the larger 900 mAh more battery, the UMIDIGI S2 weighs 30 grams less than the Vernee Mix 2 because of the metal body, making the phone much more lighter. And now it's time for a display comparison. First is a brightness comparison. On both devices you can definitely see that the UMIDIGI S2 is a much more brighter display. And now let's check out real usage of the display, like color reproduction, saturation and of course contrast of the displays. I have to give, for media device, the better one to the Vernee Mix 2 because of the higher resolution, which makes viewing videos and playing games a much better experience in my books. And the fingerprint scanner on both devices is fast, but the UMIDIGI S2 is just slightly faster. As a software experience, both are running very stock Android with no bloatware, but the UMIDIGI S2 is still stuck on Android Marshmallow, while the Vernee Mix 2 is a full-blown Android Nougat device and has split-screen multitasking and screen recording. And if you're in the US and you want to have 4G, the UMIDIGI S2 is your choice, since the Vernee Mix 2 does not support USA 4G LTE bands. Both phones have a magnetic sensor and the gyroscope, so 360 videos and compass are available on both devices. As far as GPS performance goes, both phones are not excellent, but the UMIDIGI S2 is the better choice because it did lock a signal inside my house, while the Vernee Mix 2 failed to do so even after a long time. And looking at benchmarks, both chips Helio P20 and Helio P25 score almost identical, but the UMIDIGI S2 features a low resolution screen which helps it in 3D oriented benchmarks, and it does also feature faster RAM speed, as you can see, with the multi-threaded score being slightly higher than the Vernee Mix 2. Storage scores are practically almost identical on both devices, with again the slight edge of the UMIDIGI S2, but where the really big difference, like huge differences, is with the screen on time or battery life. The HD Plus display and the bigger battery give the UMIDIGI S2 almost twice as much battery life, so yeah, the UMIDIGI S2 is definitely the better choice when it comes to battery life. And now let's check out real world performance from both devices, opening, closing apps and multitasking. Since specs aside, this is what you do mostly every day. Open some heavy social apps, switch between them, and of course do a lot of multitasking. So both devices have 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of onboard storage, and as I said, Helio P20 and Helio P25 are essentially almost the same. As overall daily driver performance, both phones actually exceed my expectations because these are all below $200 phones with 64 gigs of onboard storage and 4 gigs of RAM. Both are very good daily drivers. As you can see, opening and closing apps, switching between them, multitasking is almost the same experience on both devices, with just a slight edge to the UMIDIGI S2. Again, I think thanks to that low resolution display, which doesn't tax the GPU and CPU as much when drawing animations from the windows and switching between apps. The good thing is that both phones, regardless one is running Android Nougat and the other is running Android Marshmallow, deliver great multitasking experience with 4 gigs of RAM. Both have no problems keeping 15-16 apps open in the background, and switching between them does not reload apps, so both are very good daily drivers. And next up, we'll come to gaming. I have to give again the slight edge to the UMIDIGI S2 because that lower resolution screen gives it better frame rates in most games. And again, thanks to the low resolution screen and the metal body, the thermals are better than the Vernee Mix 2, which gets slightly hot after 10 minutes of gaming. And now, of course, what you want to know is the camera review, which is the better camera phone. UMIDIGI S2 has the advantage when it comes to video recording because it can record 4K video. So first, here are some shots taken with Vernee Mix 2's cameras, and then I'll show you UMIDIGI S2. But to sum it all up, both phones deliver very good quality photos when it comes to this price point at good and okay lighting conditions, but both are not as good in low light. However, the UMIDIGI S2's Sony IMX258 is the better sensor because the color production is better, photos look a bit sharper, and if low light photos look and feel definitely more sharper than the Vernee Mix 2. And couple that with the 4K video recording, I have to give the better camera to the UMIDIGI S2. As far as front cameras go, both phones deliver a subpar experience, needing okay to very good lighting conditions to get a usable shot for social medias, and both front cameras are 5 megapixel, which is for me below par even at this price point. So which is the better 18x9 sub $200 phone from China you can buy right now? If you've been watching close, you already know the answer, and the winner is the UMIDIGI S2 with much better battery life, better one-hand usage, better gaming performance, better thermals, and most importantly better cameras. It's clearly the better choice. However, it's lacking that 3.5mm headphone jack, and if you're in favor of the glass phone, the Vernee Mix 2 is not a bad option. You can buy both phones in the link description below. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my channel for more honest reviews.